Today, I'm going to show you how an executive coach used simple one-page case studies to land 14 new clients in just 12 months. Meet Fran Frye.
I got 2 new clients. I got a new client. I just got another fella who retired at 42, and he owns several medical companies. He's already paid me for 10 sessions. He hasn't even met me.
My name is Alze Calhoun. I'm the founder of Coveted Consultant, and right now I'm telling you about our community member, Fran Frye. If you'd like to fast track your way to similar results, there's a workshop you can purchase, and the link is in the description. Fran Frye is an executive coach and an absolute client magnet, and her primary strategy is handing out case studies to all the people she meets. When Fran is out in the community, she has the reputation of sharing what she calls kindness cards. Think of these as business cards with a smile. There's a suggestion, tool, tip on the front, and her contact information on the back. Said another way, these kindness cards are small bite-sized examples of the strategies she uses to help clients and the results they create. These are proof points, mini case studies. You might not do kindness cards. That might not be your style. But all of us can benefit from having a one-page case study. Functionally, they do the exact same thing. Most experts struggle with lead generation because they don't have a foundational asset that communicates their value. Case studies are your proof. You say you're smart? Prove it. You say you've got experience? Prove it. You say your clients get results? Prove it. If you're a fractional executive or executive coach, what are the common ways you go about proving your expertise? Number 1. Degrees, certifications, and experience. You tell people about your first degree, second degree, and third degree. First certification, your recertification, and your new certification. The years and years you have worked in your industry. You mean well, but eventually that comes off braggadocious and arrogant. Number 2, you give away all your expertise in the form of free content. Social posts, white papers, blog posts, webinars, live streams, etc. You're trying to be an available, helpful expert. But it's exhausting giving away the very best expertise and methods you've got to freebie seekers and Instagram scrollers. Method number 3 is the wall of testimonials. You created a page on your website that lists everybody you've ever worked with. But nobody believes you because the words are so surface level. There's no texture or detail to help differentiate your wall of testimonials from someone else's. It's hard to generate leads when you don't have proof. It's hard to close sales when you don't have proof. It's hard to do any kind of follow-up when you don't have proof. I've developed a tool and an entire workflow that will put a client-generating, proof-based, one-page case study in your hand in less than an hour. What you're seeing here is the one-page case study. Your case study will outline some version of this. The top of this is a question and answer. We're calling them out by identifying the specific problem that they're facing. Answer that question right now with no extra communication. Now you have permission to give context. These are the results you have already created. Next section. Here's how to transform your financial reporting into a compelling impact story. Here are your steps. Map your impact metrics, build stakeholder-specific templates, automate monthly reporting, create visual impact dashboards, and implement regular financial storytelling sessions. If this is what you're struggling with, there is a pathway to solving that. And here's what that pathway looks like. I know this is a good pathway because it's the same pathway we used to help Mr. Carl Glover. Next section. As a 24-year-old junior accountant at a large foundation, I learned a serious lesson when a significant reporting error almost lost our funding for the year. This is you making the point that you are personally connected to these kinds of stories. You know why it's important to solve this problem. Not because someone else told you about it, not because you guessed about it, not because you're trying to force the reader to care about it, but because you intimately know how important this is. Let's draw back for a second. Your prospective client is not going to read every single word of this. But it makes sense to their eyes, it makes sense to their brain as they scan this document. As you see, the document is cleanly outlined, but there's a lot inside of it. And here's what makes case studies so powerful. The message is sharp and precise. I help people get results. Do you want results too? There's no selling involved. Either you want the results or not. Every successful consultant in our community is using the exact same framework. And how do you get one of these for yourself? Well, let me show you. There's a workshop already designed for you. It explains all the philosophy behind a one-page case study and what makes it work so well. And then you simply fill out a form. Provide some information about your business. Provide some information about your unique point of view in the marketplace. Press submit, check your email, and receive a full PDF report that drafts your one-page case study to generate more leads, conversations, and sales. Now, this sounds good, looks good, but you still might be thinking, what exactly do I do with this case study once I have it? Great question. Let me show you inside the report. The report gives you exact instructions on how to set up the case study to use it in multiple formats. If you have a newsletter or an email list, there's a workflow. If you're active on LinkedIn, there's a workflow. If all of your best contacts are on your phone, there's a workflow. If you're an event networker, there's a workflow here. The case study is your proof point. So once you have that proof, you can deploy it in any medium that makes sense to you. Now, can you take those same inputs, put them into a chat GPT and also get a case study? Maybe, but it won't be the same. Let me tell you why. First of all, the case study output I showed you has come from proven patterns of working with experts and helping them package and sell services for 10 years. And one of the critical things that makes case studies work is the fact that your prospective client has to understand your unique results are only because of your unique point of view. That understanding is built into the model. Secondly, you need one specific document that can open up new conversations, accelerate existing conversations, and help rekindle follow-up conversations. There are specific things that a prospective client needs to know at each of those stages. It took me a long time to understand all that. That's built into the model. Third, when you go to ChatGPT or a similar tool, it's going to draw from the internet to create your output. What you create following this workflow is built around your custom inputs and the proven methods my clients have used. This one-page case study tool is part of a comprehensive 10 boxes framework that we use inside Coveted Consulting. But if you just like to purchase access to this particular one-page case study tool, there's a link in the description. Thank you for your time. And again, my name is Alze Calhoun.
I wish I started out the call today because I got 2 new clients this.
When you started talking, I was like, she's got clients.
I did. One starts today, a woman, and I had one on Wednesday. So we can add that to the video if you'd like.
Let me find a way to put that in the video. Let me find a way.